Hello, my dear friends. This is Maxine Taylor with your Aries forecast for October 2022. Before I jump into that, though, I am happy to tell those of you who have been asking about it. Yes, my latest book is going to be available October 5th. Today is October 1st. So this is what the book looks like. It's entitled Take Back Your Money. And this is a treasure trove because in it I explain, using my own Take Back Your Life system, I explain how to release the programming you received as a child, a baby even, that created the pattern in your life for financial difficulty that you may or may not be experiencing right now. Once you know what that is and release it, you are home free. You can rewrite your financial programming. And this book will show you how to do it. It's available either from my website, MaxineTaylor.com, that's on the 5th of October, or Amazon on the 5th of October, October 5. Got it? And for those of you who would like a personal Take Back Your Money session with me, just go to my website, MaxineTaylor.com. It's under the spiritual coaching tab. It's a 3-hour face-to-face Zoom session in which I customize this technique for you. And we work on your programming. In 3 hours' time, your life can change. So I hope you enjoy it. Now, let's take a look at this awesome month of October. Well, first of all, let's start here. Mercury is still retrograde until tomorrow, the 2nd of October. And you know, it gets very intense as we approach Mercury's forward direction. You may be more irritable, or the people around you may be more irritable. Now, after Mercury goes direct, it moves into the shadow of retrograde, which means it feels like Mercury's retrograde, but it's not. This is the time to really pick up the pieces and take care of the unfinished business, unfinished projects you didn't get to while Mercury was retrograde. This is what I always find happens with me. I can't finish things up, of course, while Mercury's retrograde. But once it goes direct, things move forward. Okay. Now, Mars, the planet of action and energy, has been retrograde. When Mercury's retrograde, everything's confused. When Mars is retrograde, we flatline. Nothing happens. It goes retrograde on the 30th of the month. So we are in the shadow now. And you notice how it is just taking so much effort to get things done. It has been taking so much effort. And Mars is going to be retrograde for a while. So I will keep you posted in the following months so that you are prepared. But right now, keep in mind, Mars is in its shadow, and it's going to go retrograde on the 30th. Okay, so let's just run around the zodiac, all right? Jupiter, the planet of abundance, money, joy, happiness, has been in your first house, which is great, but it's been retrograde, which means you haven't felt that much money and joy and whatever. But there is a certain amount of optimism that has been able to get through because Jupiter is optimism, and it is in the first house. It's going to go retrograde on the 28th and move back into the 12th house so that the spirituality, the spirit plane will expand. You will probably find your dreams are stronger and you're having more guidance and help from the other side. It's going to be retrograde for a while. I'll tell you when it goes direct, because when it goes direct and moves into your first house, Aries, we know there is no stopping you. With Jupiter, in your 12th house, what you'll do is really enjoy your solitude and privacy. Now, Mars has been in your 3rd house, and you have been shooting from the hip. This is the house of communication. You've been telling it like it is. Now, I know that every Aries out there is saying, I always tell it like it is. Yeah, we know that. But even more so, you've been telling it like it is. Well, now it's retrograde at the end of the month, and it will stay retrograde so that you may find yourself kind of acting in a non-traditional way for you. You're not necessarily expressing every thought that crosses your mind. So just kind of see how it does when it goes retrograde. And it's going to take a while before it goes direct, because Mars is a much slower moving planet than Mercury, let's say. So it's going to be in that 3rd house of ideas and communication for a while. Okay. Mercury, the planet of communication, correspondence, and transportation, of course, is going direct tomorrow. It's in your 6th house of work, health, and service. And so you're able to go back to work if you've been working at home, working from home. You're thinking more about your job. You're able to communicate more. On the 10th, it moves into your 7th house of interaction with other people. And I don't mean you're going to be a motor mouth with everybody, but you're going to be talking about to people, about people. You will be interacting beautifully, because look at this gorgeous 7th house. You got the Sun and Venus and Mercury just sitting there. I love it. Okay. Venus, well, let me finish with Mercury and then I'll go to Venus and the Sun. Sorry for jumping around like this. I am a Gemini, you know. Okay, so on the 10th, Mercury moves into your 7th house of other people, and you want to interact with people and talk with people and share ideas. Great. You will attract people who are going to share their ideas, so be prepared. On the 29th, Mercury moves into your 8th house of other people's money, of secrets. You may find that you're looking at your financial picture. You may be helping other people with theirs, but your thinking is undergoing a change, because the 8th house is metamorphosis, transformation, and transmutation. So there is more financial interaction with other people, whether just verbiage or actual help. Now, Venus, the planet of love and money and beauty and happiness, is in your 7th house. And if you have a special friend or a relationship, a personal relationship, or even a business relationship, you're loving being in touch with them. There is happiness in that relationship, and you're wanting to get out more. Now, Jupiter says pull back. Venus and the Sun and Mercury say get out there. So you will be torn between the two. Just decide who you want to be with and who you don't. Okay? So, loving interaction with other people. That is Venus. On the 23rd, it moves into your 8th house, and your love nature undergoes a change. Maybe your financial situation. Remember, Venus is the lesser benefic. It brings benefits. All right? And anything in the 8th undergoes a change. There is the Sun, the yellow planet, the center of our lives, our ego. It is in the 7th house. And so other people become very important to you. And you're going to find that other people are talking more about themselves because this is their ego, their mind, their love. They love themselves. They're talking about themselves and you're enjoying it. It's beautiful. And your interaction with others becomes important. Until the 23rd, both Venus and the Sun move into the 8th house. And whenever anything is in the 8th house, you want solitude and privacy, secrecy. And this is because the 8th house is transformation. You're looking deeply at the cause of things, and you're looking deeply at your own ego. Now, the center of your life is the Sun. And so if you are invested financially in a group, an IRA or anything like that, this 8th house can be what we are talking about. And look how blessed it is. Now, we've got both a new moon, of course, and a full moon. The full moon is on October 9th. It's in your first house. It's in 16 Aries, 16 degrees, 33 minutes of Aries. So it's in your first house. On the full moon, things come to a head. What comes to a head? You saying, I want what I want when I want it. And so I'm going to just encourage you, do what you want, when you want, how you want, because you can. That's the full moon. You're coming into your own. The new moon is a solar eclipse. Now, remember, we feel the effects of an eclipse about 2 weeks before it occurs and until the next pair come along. We have an eclipse coming along in November. Check with me then. If I have done your horoscope, you know I have interpreted both of those eclipses according to your chart. This is for everybody born under the sign of Aries, because we have group lessons and group karma. All righty. So the new moon, when things start moving forward, is a solar eclipse on the 25th of October in 2 degrees of Scorpio, the most powerful sign in the entire zodiac. And so this 8th house becomes incredibly important. Now, if you have anything in your chart, 5 degrees before or 5 degrees after this eclipse, it's a very important eclipse for you. If this eclipse is on your sun, your moon, or your ascendant, it's a new life eclipse. And that means that the eclipse is going to last between a year and 2 years. This can be a powerful new life, new start, new you. So, don't you love your forecast? Come back next month. We'll do it again. And I'll let you know how November is. We're going to blend those 2 eclipses because they do act as a power team. So, till then, may the stars shine brightly on you and yours. Bye for now.